Hey everybody, welcome to episode 66 of the HooperCast. This is our 2015 films that we are most looking forward to this year. Basically, I personally include films that I intend to see whether in the theater or not. And but we also talk about movies that maybe people in general, audiences in general, might be excited for, even if we ourselves aren't that excited for them. So enjoy the episode. So this is the time in the HooperCast where we talk about what we are looking forward to in this upcoming year. The only thing in January I'm interested in is Taken 3.
Yeah.
Directed by Olivier Megaton. Who did
Megatron.
Yeah,
Megatron.
It's Megatron.
Megatron.
He did Taken 2. The first one was Luc Besson, but this guy did the second and third movies. So this is presumably the last movie in the Taken franchise, where I'm not even sure what he's doing, but I saw the trailer and he's kicking ass still, so that's cool.
I never saw the second one.
I never saw the second one, but I'm looking forward to the third one.
I never saw the second one either.
Fun.
I heard it was okay. So but I'll straight up watch the third one.
Yeah.
So I'll probably Redbox that thing, but
Yeah.
that's the only thing in January that looks like it's worth my time. The only other thing that I sort of marked was Mortdecai, but here's the problem. 3 problems. It stars Johnny Depp. It's directed by David Koepp, who, if you know who he is, I believe he wrote Jurassic Park.
And Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah, but he directed like Secret Window. He doesn't direct that often, and he directed it. And it's based on some weird English franchise I've never heard of. So it looks very silly. I saw the trailer. It looks silly as shit. So, I mean, I don't know if I want another silly film. Like, Johnny Depp, in my opinion, needs to do more serious things. So a film like Mortdecai, where he's just being a silly British man, is just like, ugh, stop it.
Strange.
Stop.
Oh, you.
Yeah. In terms of January, let me just say Strange Magic looks ridiculous. Did you watch this trailer?
I did. I saw a TV promo for it now.
Oh, my gosh. First of all, the movie comes out in like 3 weeks, and the first trailer premiered like maybe a month ago. So that's never a good sign to me. But, yeah, no, it's from the mind of George Lucas.
What?
And I'm like, oh, well, that's pretty much a clear sign to stay away from it.
No.
The guy who did Captain EO?
Not the same guy, I guarantee you. I guarantee you it is not the same guy.
He did Captain EO and something else over here. What it was?
Do you guys have anything for February?
I want to see the SpongeBob movie.
I am not interested.
I know. And I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be, but I watched the trailers and I'm like, oh, snap, there's Broughton Street. There's there's Trustees Theater. And I'm
That's
like,
true.
yeah. And so there's Leopold's. And like, I'm interested in this for that reason, but also because I believe Steven Hillenburg is involved, and he's the one that started, what's it called? SpongeBob.
What's it called?
and I forgot what it was called for a second. And so since he's involved, I'm like, maybe it'll be okay. But I will say this too about it. At least at some point in this film, those characters are CGI, and that is weird to me.
Yeah.
I think most of the film is them CGI.
Well, then that is weird to me. So yeah, that I may see that, but I probably am not going to report back about how great it was.
Mm-hmm.
You guys don't want to see 50 Shades?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see it like 8 times. Totally.
Have you guys seen the trailer for that?
No.
Oh my God.
I have, unfortunately.
It looks ridiculous. I see it before like every movie I go to see.
I know. It's in front of everything.
It's going to be a big movie. It looks ridiculous.
Yeah,
the dialogue in it looks horrible.
It looks terrible.
Well,
I just Ugh. No, I can't.
What dialogue there is before gags are introduced.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Jeez. For a second, I thought you meant like humorous gags, and I was like, I see.
Cracking is slapstick comedy up in here.
It's like, wait, are we still talking about the same? Oh, I see.
Three Stooges.
No. No, I mean bound and gagged.
Yes.
You're bound to see it.
Shut up, John.
Whip out your wallet and pay to go see it. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Your
I don't.
wallet,
I
which
don't
is
want
made
to.
of leather.
No, stop.
He was masturbating with a knife.
Submit.
Get out of here. He was masturbating with a knife.
Oh, Family Guy.
That's it for me.
Yeah,
50
that's
Shades.
about it for
That's the only thing.
February.
Yeah, nothing else in February is. There's Hot Tub Time Machine 2, but what's his name?
Cusack.
John John Cusack. Yeah,
John Cusack.
Said Stamos. Is not involved, so I'm only thinking, nope.
The
I'll
thought
probably
is,
eventually see it.
Did you notice that
if
everybody
John
else is
Cusack
introduced?
turns it down,
What?
if John Cusack turns down a movie, it's got to be bad.
I like the first one. That's why I'm interested.
Yeah. So March has Chappie, the next
I don't know
film by
about
Neil
that.
Blomkamp.
I don't know about that one.
I'm not so sure what it's about.
That's starring someone named Ninja. Are you looking at this?
Where?
Look at the
Oh
cast.
shit!
Oh, snap, it is.
Who is this?
There's a ninja in this movie.
Ninja.
Who is Ninja?
That horrible roller coaster from the Six Flags.
Okay,
Oh, no.
if you let's see, who is this guy? He's a rapper.
South African
Rapper.
rapper and record producer.
Oh God.
I love his
Oh,
music.
Ninja.
Marcus Wernstrom is not gay. He expanded into graphic art, stuffed animal making.
What?
Well, there you go.
All right. Well,
The picture they have of him is not what I expected when I Wikipedia Ninja, but that's okay.
No.
Well,
Anyway.
Chappie interests me just because it's a Neil Blomkamp movie. I enjoy Sharlto Copley a lot.
You won't if you see Maleficent.
No, I didn't in Maleficent.
Oh, you did see him. Yeah, you did see
yeah.
Maleficent. I
Yeah,
forgot.
he
Dustin
was,
didn't see it.
Yeah, he was. Maleficent. That's the whole movie is him just screaming in Scottish.
He was horrible.
Maleficent, please don't do this. Please don't do this.
Please,
yeah.
please don't say anymore.
Okay, so I wrote down Insurgent, and the reason I did was because I'm not really proud of this, but I did see Divergent, and it was a pretty good film. Like, it's pretty solid. Nothing really like stood out as like ugh to me. A few things, but whatever. So I'm loosely attached to this franchise now. So I'm gonna put Insurgent down just because it was fine. It was good. So I mean, anybody who's a big fan of the franchise is gonna see this. Obviously, it's gonna be a big movie, and it's up against a movie called The Gunman with Sean Penn, so it'll probably clean up.
Yeah.
So I'm just mentioning that because that's a pretty significant release, and this is this is kind of the franchise that's going to take over after Hunger Games is done. So
Sure.
these all obviously run
The
together.
Hunger Games
somehow.
will never be done.
Okay, well I think a big month is May. Obviously, right off the bat, there's Avengers: Age of Ultron,
Yep.
which the first of all the 2015 movies that I can probably guarantee that I'll see in theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I'm really excited, and the trailer looks really good, and
That's what I hear.
yeah. Oh, you haven't seen it, have you?
No, I'm not watching anything before I go see it.
I watched the teaser, but just to get an idea of the look,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then I sort of pumped the brakes at that point.
I'll tell you, I'm not looking forward to Aaron Taylor Johnson.
I know, right? Worries me.
Well, the next one I've got for May is Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah, I'll end up seeing that, I'm sure.
Have you guys seen any of the original Mad Max films?
I haven't. I know I got about halfway through the first one, but it's been so long ago that I might as well just say no.
Everybody said that The Road Warrior, the second one, it has like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's like a good movie. It's considered a great movie.
Yeah.
I got it on Blu-ray. It was boring as shit.
Yeah.
They're so boring. Those movies are so slow and
that's what I remember
and
about.
boring.
Yeah.
So this is the same guy. So hopefully he's realized like, hey, films have to be kind of quicker now.
Different now.
None of this stupid and boring shit.
Yeah.
He did direct a segment of the Twilight Zone movie. I forget which one it was.
Probably because it was boring and you don't remember it.
What, I think it was the one, Justin, with Anthony.
Oh, really?
Ooh,
I
the
want to say that was
cornfields.
him. Let me look. Yeah, the cornfields.
I don't like you anymore.
Let me see.
He also directed Happy Feet.
Oh, no, he did Nightmare at 20,000 Feet,
Oh, really?
which was my favorite one, so that's
Awesome.
good.
We shall see. George Miller was going to direct Justice League back a few years ago when Armie Hammer was going to be Batman and everything. And, that project fell through.
Let me just say, I'm glad that project fell through. That cast
Yeah, me
seemed
too.
terrible.
It sounded awful.
Yeah.
Although whoever was playing the Flash in that has to be better than Ezra Miller.
I was going to say, does it sound worse than what they have?
God almighty. Don't get me started on freaking Ezra Miller as the Flash.
And the only other one I have for May is this Tomorrowland movie, which I still know nothing about. But this is that Brad Bird, Damon Lindelof movie.
I'm so split on that. I would love to see another Brad Bird movie, but I do not want to see another Damon Lindelof movie.
That's
I didn't know he wrote that until I saw it here, and I was like,
Yeah. And it's just him, by the way. It's not story by Damon Lindelof with two
Yeah,
writers.
right.
This is all him.
yeah.
Well, Brad
Well,
Bird.
Brad
evidently
Bird
wrote
will
the
keep him in
screenplay, too.
check, I think,
Hopefully.
Yeah, I'll go see it for Brad Bird.
I don't
And it
think
looks
Damon
good. From what
Lindelof
I've the
can
trailer
be
looked
kept in
good.
check.
What?
I don't think Damon Lindelof can be kept in check.
I trust Brad Bird, though.
I
He's
do
never made
too.
anything bad.
See, but the thing is, I hate Damon more than I like Brad. So, I'm not sure.
I get you. I don't blame you for being weird.
But I'll see it. I know I'll see it. I'm not even going to
Yeah,
fight that.
I definitely will. Yeah, definitely.
But my expectations will be rock bottom.
Yeah.
I'll be like, this will look good, but it'll make no sense at all.
Who is interested in the Entourage movie in June?
Me.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you ever finish
That
Entourage?
seemed like a setup.
Yeah. Alley-oop. No, I never did. I need to catch up, I guess, before I see it. But
Yeah.
I've been hearing about this movie for years, so the trailer came out. I haven't watched the trailer, but I'll go see the movie. I love the show.
Yeah.
I thought the show was great. Again, I probably didn't see the last like 2 seasons of the show.
I think when the show came out, it was pretty good, but I think if you judged it against TV today, it's probably kind of weak.
Maybe.
I don't know. I haven't seen the recent season, so maybe that's unfair to say.
I never watched much of it.
I always had fun watching it when we were in college, John. I always thought it was
I thought it was extremely interesting.
an entertaining show. It was one of those early shows that really gave you a look at what the movie business is probably like.
Yeah.
This is before Hollywood became self-aware, so this is one of the earliest indicators of how the movie business really works.
Jeremy Piven was always really good.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Kevin Dillon.
I really didn't like Vince. Like, I really, really did not like Vinny Chase.
Yeah, he was annoying.
Like, he was just this childish, impulsive, narcissistic, just cock, and I hated him.
Yeah.
I didn't like E. I really only liked drama. I didn't even like Turtle. I just liked drama. Like, I only liked one character.
You didn't like Ari?
He was fun to watch. Yeah, I guess I liked Ari, but I mean, I actually liked drama. Like, the whole point of the show was to continually make him lose, and I always felt bad for him because I was like, oh, he's a good guy. He's not greedy. He just kind of wants a little bit of fame back. But everyone else is like, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if it was the New Jerseyness with the turtle. You like sneakers? Like, stop. But, I don't know.
I get you.
See, but now E is doing commercials and stuff as a voice actor.
Yeah.
So This tells you how much that guy wishes how much that guy needs this movie. What's his name? Where is he? Kevin Connolly. Yeah.
Kevin Connolly. Yeah.
The only other thing I have for June is Jurassic World, and this is obviously a big franchise film, but this is yet another film that stars Chris Pratt.
Yeah. Yep.
So I did not watch the trailer. Did you guys?
I haven't either, but I'm definitely going to see it.
I'll say this: the trailer looks good. There's a couple of things that are kind of weird, but I'm waiting until I see the film to be able to be like, yeah, that's weird. You know what I mean?
I heard so much negativity around it, but for me, it's like people have become so cynical. I feel like, and
indeed.
If you release Jurassic Park again today, like people would be cynical about that. So that's the way I look at this. It's going to be
very true.
It's like, don't complain. Who cares if the science is super accurate? That was one of the things with Interstellar. It's like, if the story is good, whether that could actually happen should be irrelevant.
Yes.
It's the same with this. People are like, well, they made their own dinosaur, man. And it's like, The Wizard of Oz isn't realistic either. That doesn't stop it from being a great movie. You know what I mean? It's like, who cares if the dinosaur could actually be made in real life? You know?
Exactly.
So I'll go see it. I'll have a good time seeing it too.
I think what people are also complaining about is that we know more about dinosaurs now than we did in the 90s, so why we haven't updated the designs of them or whatever. But again, I'm like, okay, this is a franchise. You want visual consistency. I don't have a problem with that.
And 98% of people who go see this aren't going to know that dinosaurs look any different.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing. And that's it's like people complain so much about stuff, but 98% of the people who go see this are going to love it. Right. That's the simple truth on that.
Yeah.
So you'll have a very vocal minority out there, but that's always going to be the case. It's going to make a ton of money. It's going to be fun. You know.
Yeah. It's very easy to be cynical about a movie like this and point out its flaws based on, a 4-second snippet from a trailer, but I say we reserve judgment until the film comes out, and don't judge it on whether it's realistic, because, I mean, you can look at any movie throughout history, like you said, Wizard of Oz, and pick it apart for realism, but what if a movie's purpose isn't realism? I mean, what bedtime stories and what stories told around the campfire always were just escapism. It's not necessarily, here's a thing that could happen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So...
Well, it's funny. Like so many people rip apart movies, like an Iron Man movie or something. They'll hold that to a different standard of being realistic, but on the most bizarre things, they'll nitpick things. But at the same time, it's like there's a man in a suit flying around, and you accept that. But if he does this one thing, you're like, that would never happen. It's like this is ridiculous. It's like, you have to accept that that's a movie that's not meant to be 100% realistic. And,
exactly.
It's whatever.
In June, there's also Inside Out.
Yes.
Which is the next Pixar film. We get 2 Pixar movies next year, and this will be the first. And
definitely go see it.
Enough said. I'll be seeing it. Yeah.
What's it about?
I'll go see anything Pixar does.
Yeah. I've been staying away from the trailers. I'm not 100% sure what it's about. I think it's about like a girl, and we're kind of watching her internal state of mind, and her emotions are personified by different characters. And I don't really know anything beyond that, but yeah.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the trailer either.
Yeah, I mean, but it's directed by Pete Docter, so it should be pretty good.
Yeah. Michael Arndt wrote the screenplay, apparently. So.
Oh, yeah.
The last thing I've got for June is Ted 2. Is anybody interested in that?
Me.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like the first Ted a lot. I'll definitely go see it.
I probably liked it enough to see this one as a rental. I don't think I'll rush to the theaters for this one.
Yeah. And I waited for Ted to rent it in the first place, so I'll probably do the same here.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Doop-a-doo. So for July, I've got Magic Mike XXL. I'm mentioning this because I saw the first one, although I know nothing about this next one, so who knows how good it actually is. It's
Says
not.
Channing Tatum wrote the screenplay.
Yes. Yes. And it's not the same director, so this could be horrible. And frankly, on paper, it's a terrible idea to me. But we'll see. I just thought that was worth mentioning. But it's going to get destroyed because it's going up against Terminator Genisys.
I don't know if it's going to get destroyed, man.
I don't either.
It's going to be a tight race. Oh yeah.
I don't think so. I think people are going to see Terminator out the wazoo.
Terminator's not what it was.
It's not.
Yeah, but the general public doesn't know that.
Maybe.
I don't know. I know way more people that'll see the Terminator than they'll see Magic Mike.
I mean, I would see Terminator over Magic Mike. I haven't seen the first Magic Mike, but I don't know that everybody's going to do the same thing, because you realize, like, if all the guys go see Terminator, all the women are going to go see Magic Mike, and women are more likely to just go out that weekend and see Magic Mike, and dudes are more likely to just say, "Well, I'll see Terminator when I can."
Yeah, I think it'll outperform Magic Mike. I do.
It's possible.
Magic Mike.
I think it's going to.
I think it'll outperform it, but it'll be close.
Magic Mike was a small movie. It didn't rake in that much at the box office, I don't think. I mean, it made a profit, but I don't think it did gangbusters. And I think that a sequel, I don't know. I just think that the Terminator will. I don't know. But I saw some trailer or something for Terminator. I'm not sure what I saw. But I'm passively interested. I don't really care about this franchise anymore. I kind of wish, if they want to keep making movies, I wish they would find a direction and go in that direction. And so I think involving Arnold Schwarzenegger might be the right way to go. But, who knows? I really hate Jai Courtney. I don't understand why he's in movies. I don't know why he doesn't work in like a stockroom. Like I've
never seen a movie with him.
Please don't, because he was in Live Free or Die Hard. He was in Divergent. Now he's in this thing, and it's just like why is he getting work? He has nothing to offer.
Here's what I'll say about the box office race. I just looked it up really quick. Opening weekend of Magic Mike, the first one, was $39 million. Opening weekend of Terminator Salvation was $42 million. So it's going to be close. Plus, Magic Mike is going to get the bump from having a successful first film, whereas Terminator Salvation wasn't generally well received, and it's been so long.
The thing is, like, Terminator for me just needs to die off. It needs to end. It's enough. Like, the first two films were good, and I like Salvation fine. It was fun, but... I mean, enough. I just don't think people care anymore. I really don't. I think it's one of those franchises that never. The first two movies were good, but it felt like they haven't caught on with the public as much as these studios think that they have.
Right.
It's not like a Jurassic Park or one of those movies that are so embedded in the culture.
Right.
That's why I feel like people know, like, I'll be back and those things, but if you ask them, like, did you see the last one? They all go, no, I didn't. You know what I mean?
I think Terminator's even smaller than Alien. I mean...
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think the Alien films, like, if you did an Alien film today, it would make more.
Yeah. And maybe that's why Prometheus did so well, was because people thought it was going to be an Alien movie. And then on top of that, too, Aliens also had the increased longevity because of video games and, whatnot, that Terminator hasn't ever had. So...
I just feel like Terminator's done creatively spent for me, but that's just me. It'll make some money, I'm sure.
Yeah, but it's going to be tight. It's
got Arnold in it.
Yeah, it's going to be tight.
Well, for July, I've also got Minions.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I'll see
Should
it.
Be funny.
Definitely. Yeah. So I'd say it's a bold move.
You think so?
Yeah. Do you know what the concept is?
No.
Oh, it's like showing the Minions before they worked for Gru and kind of them going through... I think it's like them going through history as other famous people's minions.
Yes.
Oh.
If I'm reading it,
Yes,
I think
that
that's what it is. Yeah.
It's basically an exploration of them as a species and how they instinctively look for the evilest thing around to be a minion to. And so So it shows them like with the dinosaurs, and they're like trying to be a minion to the T-Rex, and it doesn't work out. And then it goes through time until they meet Gru.
It looks fun. It's either going to be really good or really bad. Because the concept sounds good, but maybe it doesn't work. I don't know, but I think it'll be good.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I'll go see it definitely.
The next thing I have is Ant-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You guys are going to see this in theaters, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure I will, but I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm excited for it.
Why not?
It's just another Marvel movie to me. I mean, and I think we've talked about before that my excitement for these movies doesn't really exist anymore. It's just sort of an inevitable fact that they will come out and I will see them. There's no real reason to be excited anymore. Although I'm a little excited for the Avengers, but I feel like that's in a different category. But for Ant-Man, I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm excited or not excited. It's just, it's there. I'll see it.
Does it have T.J. Miller?
I don't know.
No.
I don't think so.
I'm excited for it then. No, I'm excited. I'll go see this. I'm not like pumped for it, but I'm excited to see it. I mean,
yeah.
I like Paul Rudd.
I've completely bought into the Marvel's model. I have to admit, so I'm a little biased towards my excitement with their movies, but I'm pretty excited for it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to explore a character I've never ever seen depicted anywhere. So it'll be nice and new for me at that point, and I'm just excited at the furthering Marvel's story in general.
Yeah.
But
and adding a character like Hank Pym is going to be good for the Marvel universe. I think adding some a scientist type character. I think that'll be beneficial.
There's also two movies on the same weekend. There's Pan with Hugh Jackman. Yeah. There's
I know nothing about that.
And there's
that's like the Peter Pan.
Yeah,
with Garrett Hedlund as the Captain Hook.
As Hook.
I don't know about that.
Whose name is Hook before he has a hook for a hand.
Bizarre.
So that worked out pretty well for him.
And and then there's Poltergeist, the Poltergeist remake.
The cast looks good.
Yeah, the cast looks great.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll go see it. I don't know.
Seems unnecessary.
I'd just like to see Lane Price get attacked by ghosts. Oh my God!
Oh dear, this is atrocious. Okay, so August has the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Is anybody excited for that?
No.
Really?
No.
Not even a little bit?
Not really.
I'm
I
curious.
like the cast, but I don't feel like it's going to be good.
Huh.
I don't. I literally have zero interest in this film.
Damn.
Like, I'm not a huge Fantastic Four fan anyway, but even despite all that, I just don't have any interest in it.
Wow.
I'm rapidly losing interest in Marvel movies that aren't made by Marvel anymore.
Yeah, that's true. If Fox would just let go, it's a moneymaker, I guess, but
We will see.
I don't know.
Or is it?
It seems like nobody can make a good Marvel movie except for Marvel. That's the thing. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Marvel at least knows how to make their own movies well, with the exception of Guardians of the Galaxy and maybe the Thor movies, but
I like Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean,
I like it too.
Yeah,
you can't argue that wasn't a hit. I mean,
no, it is. I'm just saying, but Fox just seems to.
Fox and Sony both fundamentally misunderstand the characters a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And say what you will about Guardians of the Galaxy, but it didn't misunderstand its characters.
No. Well, I'm interested. I'm curious about the Fantastic Four. I mean, Dustin, we talked way back about changing the race of the characters.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind that. I think Michael B. Jordan is a perfect Johnny Storm. The only thing is that it's weird that he's Kate Mara's brother. That's the only thing that gets me for that.
That bothered me. Yeah,
that makes no sense.
I don't mind.
I guess they're going to be adopted.
Yeah, but that's fucking stupid. Just cast a black actress.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind them changing it because Michael B. Jordan seems perfect for playing Johnny Storm.
Dustin, I believe your point on that, Dustin, was that you didn't care because the Fantastic Four to you didn't really work to begin with.
Yeah,
like the characters don't work to begin with, so it's
I don't know that
for it.
I like the comics. I love the comics, but Miles Teller seems miscast in this to me. So.
Yeah, my thing is, I'm sure the Fantastic Four. I mean, they were revolutionary when they came out. It's a family of superheroes.
Wait. Who's Miles Teller play?
Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
never mind. I'm not into this at all.
And Jamie Bell is the Thing.
What?
This is the young, sexy CW Fantastic Four.
Yeah, man.
Look, my thing is, the Fantastic Four, when they came out, they were pretty revolutionary because it's a family of superheroes. But as time has gone on, that's been done better, I think. And I just don't have any interest in the Fantastic Four. As it's not that they don't work; it's that I don't have any interest. I just don't think that they are interesting together. Granted, I've never read one of the books. I don't know, but
the books really work. I think
the movies, the movies and the cartoons that I've seen, I just don't care at all. Like, I don't know, whatever.
I didn't like the movies, if that helps. But the books I like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is anybody interested in Straight Outta Compton?
What is that?
Not
that
really.
is the movie
Is it about NWA?
NWA.
It is. It's their biopic.
Maybe. I thought it was like a Kevin Hart comedy, just judging by the title. But.
No. I'm interested in it as a concept. I can almost guarantee I won't go see it, but it's...
Ice Cube's son is playing Ice Cube?
Yeah.
What? Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't that cool?
So
maybe I'll go see it. I don't know.
It's an interesting project that I want to keep an eye on because I think it'll make for a good movie, especially with the members of NWA sort of creatively at the center of it. To steer the ship. I think that's good. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
I have something for September. It's a movie called Black Mass. And I think it's important for a couple of reasons. Well, maybe for one, and even that one's not that good. It's a movie about Whitey Bulger. Whitey Bulger is the gangster that Jack Nicholson's character was based on for The Departed. He's this big Boston gangster, and so he's played in this movie by Johnny Depp. And I'm interested in the movie, one, because the cast is pretty good. Johnny Depp, Joel Edgerton, Benedict Cumberbatch, Sienna Miller.
Am I the only one who doesn't like Joel Edgerton?
I like him just fine.
I don't have a problem with him.
I think he's so bland. I liked him in the Great Gatsby. I thought he was good in that. Well, he was good for that character, I guess. I don't know if I'd call him good.
I like Joel Edgerton.
Anyway, he wouldn't stop me from going to see a movie.
I have no opinion on Joel Edgerton.
Yeah, but I don't know who Scott Cooper is, the director. But I'm interested because this is a crime drama. So, and as I said before, these are the kind of movies Johnny Depp needs to do. He's done them before. He needs to keep doing them because right now his career needs it. He needs to do more serious stuff. He's doing all this silly shit with top hats and tea parties and, poppycock and all this bullshit. He needs to shoot people in the head.
Yeah.
Like, that's what he needs to do.
He's playing the wolf in Into the Woods right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and that's just, it makes me sad. He needs to do a few things where he makes questionable choices. He's good. The kids all like you. That's great. Now, you need the adults to like you again because no one likes you right now. Nobody who actually can pay for tickets likes you in movies. So please do a movie where people go, oh, shit, Johnny Depp's a badass, So, I don't know. I'm interested in it just because it's a crime drama. I like those. I like movies that are based on real people, like Whitey Bulger. And I like Johnny Depp when he's doing serious films. He's very capable, and I'm so sad because these last 5-7 years he's just kind of wasted his talents on just these dumb shit projects. So I don't know. I have hope for this movie. I don't know I don't know that I'm interested as much as I am just having hope for it. I don't know.
Gotcha.
Yeah. The other thing I've got is a movie called Everest. I don't know much about it except that it presumably takes place on Mount Everest, right? Climbing Mount Everest.
Assume.
This is based on real events in '96, but I also just thought it was good because, again, it's one of those where you don't see that many movies, or any really. I haven't seen any movies that take place climbing a mountain, and I just thought that it offered an opportunity for a unique story told in a setting that we're not familiar with, really. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I just thought it could be good. It stars Jake Gyllenhaal, Josh Brolin, Jason Clarke, John Hawkes, the return of our friend Sam Worthington.
Oh no!
I know.
Oh no!
Yeah. So
what if him and Joel Edgerton made a movie together with T.J. Miller?
Stop it!
I just can't wait for the Sam Worthington Jai Courtney team up.
Stop it! Don't give them ideas.
Jai Courtney.
What kind of name is Jai?
Stupid one.
Yeah, that's right. Damn straight.
I have one more for September.
Oh.
I'll see the Maze Runner.
Really?
Did anyone ever see the first one?
No.
I didn't. I heard it was really good though.
It was interesting. I'll go see the next one.
Huh.
A lot of these movies are trying to come out and be the next Hunger Games, and this kind of felt similar.
Gotcha.
But it was interesting. I'll go see the next one. I mean, I'm not like, oh yeah, super excited for it, but I mean, yeah, I'll go see it.
October, John, I'm curious. The Jungle Book.
Yeah.
The Jon Favreau live-action Jungle Book.
Yeah.
Are you now? I know this is your favorite Disney movie.
It is. It's right among my favorite movies ever in general.
So, how do you feel about them doing this?
I mean, they've done live-action ones before. The thing about the Disney one is it's nothing like the book. So if they follow true to the book, this may be good and serious. Yeah, but the thing is, like, Bill Murray is playing Baloo. So right away, you know that they're going for the Disney, like a live-action version of the Disney one. So
they are, because Richard Sherman is writing new music for this movie.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Oh,
yeah,
cool.
they said Bill Murray's going to sing The Bare Necessities, and they're writing new music.
Wait a minute.
That's bizarre, but
now,
okay.
Hold on. This confuses me. I thought that Benedict Cumberbatch was going to be Shere Khan, but it says Idris Elba is.
Idris Elba is Shere Khan.
When did Benedict Cumberbatch not be Shere Khan? When was he not being Shere Khan?
Now, there is.
I never even heard he was Shere Khan.
I think I heard that, but there's another.
Oh, Andy
Jungle
Serkis
Book.
is doing another one. Maybe
yeah,
he's in
Andy
that
Serkis is doing a motion capture Jungle Book for Warner Brothers, and I think he's going to be Shere Khan for that.
Oh, now that's exciting.
No, I like Idris Elba better.
I do too. Idris Elba's going to.
No, I like Benedict Cumberbatch better.
I'm over Benedict Cumberbatch.
Nah, dog.
Yeah, I am too.
Dude, done with
Sorry.
him. I love Idris Elba though.
I do too. I love them both.
But the thing is, this casting is all over the place. But I gotta say, I do love Idris Elba as Shere Khan, and I love Ben Kingsley as Bagheera.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I feel about Scarlett Johansson. I think she's playing Ka.
The one that I'm confused about is Christopher Walken as King Louis, because for me, King Louis, like Louis Prima was King Louis.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
So
and the thing is too is like I'd love to see them make a more serious version, because King Louis wasn't even a character in the book. They made him up for the movie.
Exactly.
And the book is great, and the book is very serious. And Baloo is not a funny character at all or anything. The book is, and I'd love to see them do that. If they're gonna, I don't know how I feel about this shit. I want to see a trailer first. But if they're just kind of remaking the animated one as a live action one, I think that's kind of a waste of resources. Because you're not going to do it better. That's the way it is. I mean, but
what it seems like to me is Disney is going back through its animated movies like Sleeping Beauty and Cinderella and saying, let's just do our version like a live action, but it's based on what we've done originally.
And Alice in Wonderland.
And Alice in Wonderland. And I think this is going to be a lot of the same. That's why Richard Sherman's writing music for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it yet.
I don't like Scarlett Johansson's Ka at all.
Well, and the thing is, Ka's a good guy
male
in the book.
Yeah.
He's a villain in the Disney version, but he's Mowgli's friend in the book.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. I don't know if it'll still be a villain in this, but I don't have a problem with Scarlett Johansson. It's just, and I don't have a problem with Ka being portrayed by a woman, but it's just you have. She's not British, I guess, is my issue.
Well,
because
I've
Idris
seen
Elba,
diversity in her. Like I've seen no indication that she can voice a character interestingly.
Well, she was the voice of the phone in her.
Yeah, but that's her voice.
Well, right. I mean, but it's not. I don't have an issue with her. It's just you have a great cast here that's very diverse, and then Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'll even forgive Bill Murray because he is like a real life Baloo, right? Yeah. I mean, but he fits the character. If they're going for that direction,
yeah,
he
but
fits that character perfectly.
I've seen more dramatic and comedic range out of him than I have with Scarlett Johansson. The problem with her is I just don't see any range in her. I don't know how much she can actually do, and I don't understand what inspired them to cast her as Ka. Like, what does she bring to the table out of everybody? I think she's the weak link of this cast.
It's just because Jon Favreau has worked with her and likes her.
That's exactly
probably
what it is.
But my only problem with this is that it isn't a live-action Tailspin movie. That's what I want to see.
That I'd pay to see.
I want to see a realistic bear flying a plane.
I would just love to see Bill. You get the costume from Walt Disney World, the Tailspin Baloo, and just have Bill Murray walk around in it.
Yes.
I mean that would be a movie. I'd go see that.
I would go see that for sure.
Incredible.
That would be awesome.
And you shoot on like a camcorder. I would love it.
I know King Louis, as the bartender and all. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see Christopher Walken play that King Louis.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, you'd have the whole bar. I mean, that would be amazing. Idris Elba would play the Shere Khan up in the tower. A
photorealistic CG bear cub flying behind a plane on a wind glider.
Oh man,
that's what I want to see.
License to print money, Disney. Come on.
I know.
Let's go.
Come on, Disney. Get it together.
Oh man, but I don't know how I feel about this. I'll go see it. I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm more excited for this than the Andy Serkis version. I think.
Yeah, me too, for sure.
But that one's probably going to be closer to the book. So, I don't know. I'll have to wait until I see a trailer to get the real tone of this because it seems all over the place right now. But I don't know. We'll see. I'll go see it. I'm sure. So it'll get nominees. I have another one for October as well. I don't know if you guys do.
No, I don't.
Vacation.
Oh yeah.
What's this?
I'll go see this because I love the other movies, the other vacation movies. So.
Yeah.
What is this like? Is this like the Griswold Vacation?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
It's the remake.
It's kind of like a continuation though. It's because it's about Rusty as the main character now.
Yeah, who is Rusty played by?
Ed Helms. Who I don't know. I don't know if that's right. I would have preferred Jason Sudeikis playing Rusty, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I'm
interested. I'm interested because I love the others. That's why.
I don't know.
I don't know if it'll be good or bad.
Here's the interesting part of that, though, and you might find this interesting, Hooper, or you may be super opposed to it and hate me forever, and then jump off a building. But John Francis Daley is directing that movie. He's also in the movie, and evidently in the movie he will be starring alongside Sam Levine and Martin Starr. And the rumor is that they will be appearing as their Freaks and Geeks characters in the film.
See,
here's how I feel about that.
Why put that in a vacation movie?
Because he's directing.
I know, but they're not connected.
I know, right?
That's the thing. I want to see it. I want to see those three characters, but that's like a gimmick to get me to see this movie. Otherwise, I have zero interest in. That's the thing. Like that's one of those like little like, but Freaks and Geeks people will like it too. It's like, yeah, but I'll just YouTube the scene, 2 months after it comes out. Like, who gives a shit? I don't know.
Right. So, I guess they never specifically stated they would be playing their Freaks and Geeks characters, but that was the assumption. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man.
I'll tell you what that seems like to me. That seems like John Francis Daley saying, how can I get more people to see my movie?
Exactly.
I know, I'll give them something.
November, I got Spectre.
Yeah. Totally.
I didn't know what this
for a
was.
second I was like, what is that? Yeah.
Yeah, until I clicked on it. Yeah. But this is the 24th James Bond film.
Yeah.
I'm inherently excited because I loved Skyfall so much. I like that Sam Mendes is back.
Yeah.
And I'm with all the setup that they did in the last movie in terms of these are the people who are going to be around for this new iteration of the franchise. Mm-hmm. I'm excited to see them, kind of launch their maiden voyage. Their first mission with Ray Fiennes being the new M and Ben Whishaw being the new Q, Naomi Harris, and all these new people that they introduced. I'm super excited to see this next movie.
Yeah, me too. I'm really excited too because this is a return to Spectre, and I've always felt like they were kind of Bond's, like Blofeld himself is Bond's Moriarty, and so if we get to see Blofeld in this, it's going to be amazing, and especially if it's Christoph Waltz playing Blofeld. But they've added Christoph Waltz and Andrew Scott both as villains, and I love both of them. And they've also added Dave Bautista, which I'm not a huge fan of Dave Bautista, but having him play like a Jaws kind of role, like a hulking Bond villain that he can't punch, like the old Bond movies used to have, that's legit. So I'm excited for this for a number of reasons. Like you said, finally having M and Q and Moneypenny as an active part, and then a classic kind of villain coming back and all of that. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Now, also though, on that same day, the Peanuts movie comes out, and I'm looking forward to the Peanuts movie because look at that cast.
I was just thinking that. Yep.
Those are all unknown kids. Yeah. They're real children playing the Peanuts, and that's going to be amazing to me. It's also written by some of Charles Schultz's children, and I just think this is going to be really an interesting thing to watch. And I was a huge fan of the Peanuts. I read the strips all the time when I was a kid, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, visually it looks nice.
Yeah, if you look at the
it's not
most
some
recently,
Alvin and the Chipmunks looking.
Right. If you look at the most recent trailer, you'll see that they've actually, in the CG, because it's a CG film, but in the CG they've added Charles Schultz's pin lines that he used to do, and that's awesome to me.
That is cool.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. But then the next thing is Mockingjay Part 2.
Yes.
Right.
Which is going to be huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to see how it ends. I literally don't know anything about this.
The second part is probably going to be the most action-packed of the series. Easy.
Sure. Gotcha.
It's going to be really good, judging from the book. So.
Gotcha.
And the movie's had a great track record on adapting the book for me. So.
Yeah, and as someone who's read all the books, I remember when I read Mockingjay and I finished it, I was like, this will actually be better on film than it is in the book, because the book is kind of just like, what? So it's better. It'd be better played out visually, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah. It'll be good.
Then on November 25th, we had The Good Dinosaur.
Right.
This. What do we think about this? Because I'm ambivalent.
I don't know much about it.
Yeah, I don't know really much of anything, but I know there's been some behind-the-scenes kind of shuffling and changing of directors and all this kind of stuff. So I'm a little worried about it, but I'm still of the mindset that Pixar will come up with something, even if it's not brilliant. It'll at least be entertaining.
To reassure you about the directors thing, Pixar is kind of known for doing that, and Ratatouille had the same issue.
Yeah, this is true.
That's one of my favorite Pixar movies. So,
yeah. So yeah.
Anybody else have anything for November?
I'm interested in The Martian, but I don't know anything about it. I hate Matt Damon, so I'll probably hate it. But it's written by Drew Goddard and directed by Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know anything about it.
Ridley Scott's fallen from grace for me.
He really has, but I'm really hoping for a return to form for him, because I feel like, I feel like he's such a talented guy. I just hate to see him kind of just flip around like a dead fish.
Well, December has the obvious draw of Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Sisters.
Yeah,
Or Krampus.
That's gonna get fucking destroyed by Star Wars.
I know, it sucks to be Amy Poehler and Tina Fey when they look at this schedule here.
It worked for Mamma Mia. That was released on the same day as The Dark Knight. That did a ton of money.
You mean the counter programming?
Yeah. Sometimes it works.
Sometimes, yeah.
I don't see this film being... it'll be big, but I don't see it being, like, much bigger than The Dark Knight, to be honest.
Oh, I think it's going to make more money than The Dark Knight. No one agrees. Okay.
We'll see. It very well may be. I don't know.
Well,
I know that the nerds are really, really super excited for it, and but I don't know, like if my dad would go see it.
My dad would stay away from this picture at all costs.
Yeah, I feel like
he hates Star Wars.
Yeah, my dad did too, but
really,
but I just mean the general public. I just don't know that they're as into Star Wars as people think they are.
I feel like this movie, its audience is going to be killing it, because you bend over backwards to please the Star Wars fans. They're going to come in, they're going to nitpick the thing to shit and hate it. That's what I think is going to happen.
Huh.
And what's the last quality thing anyone's done with Star Wars?
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. Star Wars has a 50-50 chance. It's running at 50%. 50% of its movies are really good. 50% of its movies are god-awful. So,
are you counting the animated
I am not.
theatrical movie?
I am not, nor am I counting
Star Wars, the Clone Wars
holiday
the movie?
special. I mean, I'm not, but if I was, then we're definitely leaning more towards garbage.
Yeah.
But look, so JJ wrote the movie. He directed the movie. Lawrence Kasdan's involved. It's got some good draws to it, but the problem with it is, I just don't have much of an interest in it. Like I feel like it's over, and the world of Star Wars. I know the nerds will tell you like it's a huge world and it's ripe with stories, but I just don't feel that way. And I feel like you'd almost have to look at the extended universe or whatever to really feel that way. And I don't care. Like if it's not in the movie, I don't care. And yeah, I don't know.
I feel like when this movie comes out, like when that trailer came out, people said, "Oh, the trailer's good," but the lightsaber was stupid and the rolling droid was stupid. And I feel like that's going to hamper the movie for everyone that goes to all these fans, quote unquote fans that go to see it. They're going to come out with so many little nitpicks, and it's going to be.
You've also got to remember that they're going to compare this to the prequels, which were shit, and so this is going to come out looking positively no matter what. I think that's
it's going to come out looking better than the prequels, no doubt.
Right, I agree with that.
But the problem is they're gonna compare it to the originals, and they're gonna say, "Oh, Harrison Ford, he doesn't care anymore," and then they don't realize that he never did.
They got Han Solo wrong. That'll be said a lot, thrown around. And I look at this. This is obviously going to be a little bit bigger than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, but that's kind of how that was. That was a movie that got nitpicked to death by people, which I think is a good movie.
Yeah,
I'll say that
it got picked apart by the people that love it.
Right, exactly. So I feel like this. I don't know. Judging from that, this is going to be similar.
And you're gonna have the people like, okay, let me use this as an example. I hate the Harry Potter epilogue. Like, I don't want to know what Harry looks like when he's older. I don't want to know who his kids are. I don't even care. And there's going to be people that are going to think the same way when they see Harrison Ford and or Han and Leia's children. Like, why should we care? And that's not the Han that I always pictured him growing into. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's going to be so much of that. As much as there was, I can't imagine Hayden Christensen becoming Darth Vader. There's going to be, I can't imagine Han Solo becoming this old, dried up, goofy old man. And I just feel like people are going to pick it apart. But I'm not gonna tell you that it's not going to do well. Like, this movie's going to kill. It really will. But the problem
it'll battle it out for Ultron to be the biggest movie of the year. Easy.
Oh yeah. But
although I'd still give it to the Avengers, but I think it'll be second to the Avengers.
Yeah, and I just don't think it's going to have the legs Avengers is going to have.
Right.
In other words, it's going to open big, but it's going to go downhill.
Yeah.
Because like you said, people are going to pick it apart. And like the other point too, I just don't know that the general public are really all that interested in more Star Wars films. I mean, if you put Harrison Ford all over the marketing, maybe, but beyond that, I don't know.
I think you have a big fan base there, but like I said, it's a double-edged sword catering to them for all this stuff, so.
Right.
And you're not reinventing the wheel like they did with Star Trek. It's not like you're aiming to a different audience. So, you're going to piss some people off.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, you're going to be criticized for not doing enough. So, yeah. I don't know. It'll be a balancing act. But I don't know. The trailer looked fine to me. I'm indifferent towards it, though. It didn't make me want to see it more or less. I was like, all right.
Exactly.
I mean, that's the way I feel about this whole movie. But
I don't think the movie's necessary, and I don't think there's anything they could even do that would make me want to see it more. I mean, it's just that I'll see it, but I'm not super excited for it. Just like Ant-Man, just like any of the others. I'm excited to see Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford, but like I really don't even want to see Carrie Fisher. They should have just said Leia died.
I don't want to see Mark Hamill.
Well,
he frightens me now.
He's a little scary, but we'll see. I mean,
it'll do well regardless. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Well, does anybody?
I'm more excited for the Hunger Games.
Yeah,
I said it.
Does anybody
at the end of the day?
See,
at the end of the day, I think their box office grosses will be similar. In all honesty.
Yeah. Well, I mean. That's true. I still think the Avengers will do more than both of them, but probably the Avengers, Hunger Games, and then Star Wars.
Yeah.
I'm more excited for Spectre, honestly.
All three of them are going to gross more than Mission Impossible 5, I believe.
Oh,
yeah.
Although I'm still excited to see Mission Impossible 5.
Yeah, me too.
It's, But,
I like the last one. I saw that on Netflix.
Yeah,
I thought
that
was the best one of them.
Really
that and the third one were really good, I thought. So,
I think so too, yeah.
And this last one was good because, I don't know if this was like Brad Bird's input or whatever, but it felt more like a Mission Impossible thing as just opposed to a spy thing.
Yeah,
like, you remember when he was climbing the building and he had the gloves that would stick to the building and stuff?
Yeah.
It was we're using special science fiction technology to do these things type of situation. So if that one continues that, I like that.
But also, it did a good move, which was it had them basically working on the run, so they didn't have half of their fancy equipment that they normally have. So it's just like, the gloves break, and we could have done that if we had this, and blah, blah, blah. It forced them to actually do real espionage without, old school espionage, and I thought that was good for a film that could have had them have any sort of convenient gadget around, you know?
Yeah.
And I'll give him props for sticking with Tom Cruise. I wouldn't go see it if he wasn't in it. So,
I agree.
He's kind of the face of it for me.
I have zero interest without Tom Cruise.
Yep. I'm glad they didn't switch over to Jeremy Renner.
Yeah.
I think, judging by the Bourne movies, that would have been a mistake.
That would have been a huge mistake.
Yeah.
Judging by their
when everybody thought Jeremy Renner was going to be huge?
I want them to cut his hair. I'm so tired of Ethan Hunt with long hair. It's not cool. I hate it. It's so dumb.
Did he had long hair in the last one, but not the third one?
Not the third one. He had in the second and the fourth.
Yeah.
It just makes him look older. Like, hey, I'm Ethan Hunt. I got long hair because I'm from the 80s. Like, stop. Just cut it. It's so... I told this to Dustin, the same thing with Black Widow. The long hair without being like, put in a bun during action makes zero sense to me.
Well,
like,
let me play
every
devil's
spy
advocate.
should just buzz cut their head.
Let me play devil's advocate. I'm going to disagree with you on Ethan Hunt because
you can't win, Dustin.
I know. But hold on. So I disagree on Ethan Hunt because every spy has short hair, right? But Ethan Hunt to me almost has this rock star kind of vibe to him that James Bond doesn't have, or that Jack Ryan doesn't have. And so I actually like the long hair because I feel like it suits his character better as sort of like I hate to use the term the bad boy of all of these spies or whatever, but I feel like it suits him better. Whereas Bond is all about clean sophistication, and Jack Ryan is just kind of boring and dull. You have you have this Ethan Hunt character who's almost like if he could ride this secret agent thing to, be a superstar, he almost would. And maybe that's just the Tom Cruise vibe that I get. But I kind of like that, honestly. So I don't know. But I like the short hair too because he still has the same swag. But, I don't know. I think the long hair does fit Ethan Hunt. It would not fit James Bond. Can you imagine a Bond with long hair?
Like a ponytail.
Hey, I'm James Bond.
Well, I have one more, and I'll see it. I'm not excited for it, but every year on Christmas Eve, me and my sister go see a dumb movie.
Oh, and Alvin and the Chip.
So I have seen 2 of the Alvin and the Chipmunks movies on Christmas Eve in the movies. So I'm sure that we will go see the boringly titled Alvin and the Chipmunks 4.
Oh God. No,
at least it's not the Squeakquel.
No, and it's not Chipwrecked. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
So I'm sure I'll go see that. I'm also interested in Joy. I don't really know much about it, but I like the combinations of Bradley Cooper, Jennifer Lawrence, and David O. Russell and
Robert
De Niro and all those guys. So, Yeah.
Also, the writer Annie Mumolo is the one who co-wrote Bridesmaids.
No.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
That's about all I had for 2015 anyway.
Yeah,
yep.
Me too.
Yeah? Okay. Well, we'll see. I mean, I guess the next time we see a movie, we will have a review up for it, including a whole backlog of recent reviews and retro reviews and TV talk and film news, all the stuff we normally have. But for now, I guess that's it for all of us. Thank you guys both for making the time to do all these episodes.
You got it.
Yeah,
Appreciate
no problem.
it.
Thank you.
Man. All right, well, I guess I'll see you guys later.
Sounds good.
Woo!
All righty.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.